Welcome back to our series on untangling the grid. I am so grateful to be joined today by Ted Thomas, and I'm going to give him a little bit more background in a moment, but I also want to recognize Suncast Media and Solar Academy for delivering this content to users around the world. Untangling the grid is one of those key elements to understand because as we're moving into a more interactive grid environment, we need to understand it better, and it is super complex. So first and foremost, this is a three-part series. We did 101 together, and we're going to have a 301, which will be a special roundtable, and I'll give you more information about that in the conclusion of this session. But I want to welcome back Ted Thomas, who is going to help us answer this question of why is it so expensive and time consuming to interconnect solar, wind, energy storage, and EV charging assets to the grid. And to understand that question is not simple. And so I really encourage viewers to go back to the 101 session where we dissect some very, very simple building blocks around how the United States grid environment was even created. And we go through some of those challenges. And we here in 201, we're going to be looking at more advanced concepts of roles and responsibilities of the variety of players that are in the marketplace. And then finally, we're going to conclude today's session with some of those complexities around real-time actions in this built environment and interconnected grid environment. And then it'll really dovetail, our hope is, into the 301, which again is going to be this special roundtable. So welcome back to Ted. Ted is a former chair of the Arkansas Public Service Commission, and today's episode is really going to focus on roles and responsibilities of those public utility commissions or public service commissions. And Ted is an expert in this field. He practiced many, many years as an understudy, but also as an active participant in the Public Service Commission environment, making decisions about this particular topic. So when we have Ted talk about this topic, this is really coming directly from the regulator position. And it's super insightful, and I'm really grateful that Ted has joined us. Ted, thanks again for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So please go back to the 101, check out who is in this acronym soup of all these things, but we're going to break these down now. So I encourage you to go back to 101, but we're going to jump right in on this complex map of the United States. And Ted, talk us through this map, because we didn't get to do it in the 101 session. And I think it really illustrates super well some of the complexity here.